Hi, Avishai.
Hello. Clubs for jazz musicians are an important environment because it's an intimate type of situation, and the Blue Note Tokyo is just perfect in the way where it's intimate, but it's also big enough to have the impact of a lot of people and the energy. I feel it. It makes us even play better in some ways. I love the fact that I'm presenting new music. I always like to do that. I don't lean on the stuff that people only know by me, which is a privilege, but also not as exciting for me. I always like to bring new stuff to see how it's received, and I like the fact that I'm always taking a risk with the music. I think it's part of the tradition of playing jazz, not to be expected a certain way only, and to surprise. Well, I never really have a concept that much other than compiling my new work, the new writing. I write music all my life, and then I stop and I take what I have written, what I think is good, and I put it into a record. That's the only concept, which is a non-concept really. Interestingly enough, the way I met Ronnie 4 years ago almost was through Instagram, which is a new way of finding out about musicians as well as other things. And one of those videos was Ronnie playing on one of the things that I played. And I was like, who's this young, amazing drummer? And I wrote to her, wow, do you want to come over and play and just jam? She said, yeah, and she came over. And that's how we met. Not long after I asked her to join my band. Guy is a part of this young community of jazz musicians, and he's such a great, fluent, amazing pianist because he's very, he invested a lot of time in classical music, and he's very, very knowledgeable in jazz as well, so his combination is very good for me. This project is a life project. It's something that will go with me for the rest of my life because I have invested so much into arranging and recruiting arrangers to help me and put my music into the context of orchestral world. And what came out of it is something very powerful, very rich, and kind of like the story of my life. When you hear this show, it has all the points of my musical journey, you know, whether it's myself singing with the orchestra, songs that I wrote, or instrumental music that I've written, translated into symphonic music. I'm very excited to bring it to Japan because it's one of my dearest projects.